friends, this is Alexis with Ancestral Aura Tarot. The reading I have for you here today is, what does this Mercury retrograde want you to know? So I originally posted a preview on my Instagram and on YouTube. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pick your piles. I cannot guarantee that it's going to be the exact same message initially, or initial message or energy that I was picking up on, initially. But I'm like curious to see what happens, when we kind of dive back into this. And this is a whole new day for me as well. So yeah. Okay, pile 1, girl gang. I see the 5 of Ariel here and the 3 of Michael. 5 of Ariel, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Michael, 3 of Swords. So what is this Mercury retrograde trying to show you? That you need to release the pain of the past, release old stories about yourself that like you're a loner and you don't need anybody, or you can do everything on your own, even if that is the reality of the situation. That's not healthy for us. We're supposed to have people around us. We're supposed to have community. So stop isolating yourself or like keeping all your struggles to yourself. You have people around you who love you and want to talk to you and help you, and just kind of like be a hand to hold through it. It doesn't mean that they can literally like do something to like fix the situation for you, but it is always helpful to have loving people around you when you're going through like a rough time. You may have some block mentally around, I deserve to receive this type of love and help, but you do. I'd like to assure you that you do. So let's put that here. I also kind of feel like there might have been a painful situation that you went through very recently. Very recently doesn't have to mean like a week ago, a month ago, but like, within the past like 6 months, it feels like maybe you went through something. And this Mercury retrograde is trying to also like show and help you how to clear out the pain from whatever it was that you went through. So these are the surrender cards. There's surrender to passion, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow, which also just kind of feels like lean on your community. Not only lean on your community, but lean on the activities that like set your soul on fire or like make you feel alive, make you feel connected creatively, make you feel inspired. Like stay connected to those activities. Sometimes when we're in low spots, it's a lot more difficult to get ourselves to do those things, even if we actually truly want to. Sometimes it's still just difficult. But if you can like if you're in a spot like that and you can kind of like force yourself lovingly to do at least like 1 or 2 of these things weekly, I feel like that would exponentially help the situation. Also, maybe like reach out to like the communities or your community to see if they will join you in, like, let's say, you like writing or something, like let's have a writing day, and you don't necessarily have to share your writing, but like, let's have a writing day. I love writing poetry. So like, let's write poems together or something. Let's make a vision board together. It's just something to get you feeling excited about life and not like all life is just pain. Surrender your fear of intimacy. So like surrender your fear of not allowing yourself to lean on people. I feel like it's kind of reiterating what I was saying with the 5 of Ariel or 5 of Coins. Like I feel like you have like this like loner mentality or something. And if it's not quite loner mentality, it is just like I can only rely on myself. Like, I can only rely on myself. I'm the one to get things done. Like, every time I ask people for help, you know, it doesn't pan out the way that I would want it to. So it's just easier if I just get it done myself. And it also seems like you're fairly quiet about it as well. Like, that may not be true for all of you, because I feel like I see some laughing in my head right now, like giggles. But it feels like you suffer in silence a little bit. Yeah, you really should be leaning on people. And if you don't feel like you have people that you can lean on, then find new people, which is easier said than done. But find new people. If you are like, I don't really have anyone I can lean on, that's not good. That's not good. We all deserve that. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder. Did I even read Surrender Your Fear of Intimacy? I don't think that I did. You are ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Okay, yeah, cool. Just wanted to make sure I read that. I don't think that I did. Surrender to the wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So I feel like that's kind of echoing this surrender to passion card, but also echoing like to let go of these negative belief systems that really are belief systems. This doesn't mean that they're true. Like, you may have some like mental prisons to unlock yourself from, to allow yourself to experience the like love and joy that you 1000% deserve. Okay, so these in the preview I read just intuitively, and I vaguely remember what I was getting from this. As soon as like I put them down, it was very much like I remember saying, you know, the be the light. It was an annoying message to deliver, because like I feel like it's telling you to see like silver linings and allow yourself to see the positive, which is just like such a blah message for me. But be the light and then night, even though it's K-N and not just N. I felt like that was so cool, like going into the next one, like be the light, but also like be brave and honest through the darkness that you're going through. You don't have to like it. I feel like maybe you feel like, or maybe I sounded like, maybe I made myself feel like I sounded this way, that like you have to like have this like toxic positivity mindset. Not at all. I'm not saying like, and Spirit is not saying block out, you know, any and all bad. That's completely unrealistic. And then so with this autumn card, release the old and rest, I also just feel like that card is about balance, because autumn, fall is very like life and death. That's like, you know, spring and fall are basically like, in my opinion, sort of opposites of each other. Winter is, did I just say winter? Sorry. I'm gonna be so honest. Sometimes my brain gets like very scattered during these readings, and I can't quite remember what I said prior. So anyways, what I was trying to say was that there is some balance between, you know, light and night. And I'm kind of also seeing that echoing in the autumn card, balancing, you know, the light and the dark, the death and rebirth, and then also balancing, you know, your constant movement energy, whether that's in your head or literally. Like lots of activity, hard to slow down unless you're like feeling down and out. So I'd like to read from the book these meanings. You know, a lot of times when I've used these cards, I just do them intuitively, but I like to get like the extra message. I feel like the intuitive message can sometimes enhance the message from the book. So the one that came up first is night. So we're going to read that one first right here. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. Yeah, so when that's saying that, I vaguely remember like saying in the preview, this is standing your ground as well, like standing your ground, having your boundaries, but standing your ground on like, this is what I want, so this is all I'll be accepting right now. The knight is a knight in shining armor, dedicated to the crown that his sword defends. In this sense, he is a protector of the Holy Grail and therefore of your spiritual growth and expansion. He represents the warrior in you, whether you are male or female or non-binary. That energy is within you. His sword and armor show he is courageous and strong, but if you look closely, you will see he has a tear running down his face, showing his willingness to be vulnerable and his love for what he protects. Okay, I love that this is with surrender your fear of intimacy, because it feels like, okay, that reading that, it feels like maybe you either have given like all of yourself / too much of yourself in relationships, and that's part of the reason why now you have this like, I do everything by myself mentality of like, I can get it done on my own, I don't need anyone, loner type shit. If I'm going through something, like I'm gonna go through it by myself, and when I'm done, like I'll come out and then I'll show everyone myself. Like you don't want anyone seeing your pain, or like you don't feel safe maybe showing your pain to others. And I think it's telling you to not go show your pain to everybody, because there are snakes in the grass. But, you know, again, like this like community message of like, who do you feel safe with? And this is also kind of a test of self-trust and intuition and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of times, not even I feel like, but personally, I know that for myself, it has been hard to trust myself again after lots of painful, traumatic type relationships. But I think it's almost like a double entendre or something like that. I don't know if that's the phrase that I'm thinking of, but basically like, yeah, like you have to do the thing to get the thing. Like, you need this job, you want this job, cool, well, you need to have experience. Well, I need to have the job to have experience. Like, it's kind of like that, it feels like, where like, if you don't practice doing this, whether it's with the right people or the wrong people, not consciously telling you like, oh, this is a wrong person, I'm gonna practice being vulnerable with them. Hell no, wasn't saying that. But, you know, if you like misread someone, or if someone is not showing you fully who they are, that does not mean that it is your fault. I feel like you've taken responsibility for the actions of others in a lot of ways, like especially the actions against you or that have hurt you. And that's not your fault. Like, you have no responsibility over someone else or any control over someone else hurting you, really. I understand, like, that's also kind of a scary thing to be like, well, wait, I couldn't have done anything different and it still would have been this result. I mean, in a lot of cases, yeah, but that's not a bad, sad, terrible thing. That's like I didn't do anything to cause this thing and should be taking responsibility off of your shoulders. You're not attracting certain types of people or certain types of relationships. You just have to learn how to phase out those shitty, like dark energies and be able to recognize them, you know, sooner, or like the Maya Angelou quote about like, you know, when people show you who they are, believe them. Don't keep on exposing like your soft parts to people who continuously stomp all over them and disregard them. But, you know, like the way cats are, when cats like roll over and they're on their back and showing their tummy, it's a test. And I'm not telling you to test people. I feel like some of you are like, cool, I just got permission to test people. That's also not what I'm saying. But like testing the waters, like checking the temperature, like that type of thing. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I just rambled on for 1,000 minutes. So let me read the rest of the message for night. The energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you are in a space where there's opposition, you are being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by a light. You're being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order, and that you don't need to force anything through your will. If you have made any mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, let it protect you. Let it protect you. So if you're feeling the need to like defend yourself, you don't have to expend all of that energy. You are being protected. Like, ask for protection. I think part of this too is just like, regardless of what your beliefs are, if you're here, you believe in something, right? So whether you call that God, spirit, angels, guardians, like I don't, whatever your label is, or whatever you label things, if you even do, reach out to those beings or that being or passed on family members, whatever it may be for you. Reach out to those people for help. Even if it's literally just like emotional support, or like send me the right emotional support, or send people to me that will, make me feel loved. Whatever the thing is that you're looking for, that you need, that you feel like that would help you, even if it's literally just like, I want to feel more. And I wouldn't say happy, because I feel like that's so vague. But if that's where you need to start, then start there and start expanding off of it and ask for what you want, and surrender to the wonder and awe that like you have access to these things and they will come to you, or you will be guided to them. All right. White Witch, be the light. Take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. The White Witch card represents, okay, sorry, immediately saying that, thinking Stevie Nicks. I don't know if somebody has a, obviously she's known as the White Witch, but she immediately popped into my head. So just felt like, I don't know, telling you. The White Witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for the whole earth. Okay, again, I'm just feeling this message of balancing light and dark, and not only that, but balancing like your softness, that your vulnerability or whatever, with your armor, with your boundaries. Like, like I was saying about the cat, like rolling over on its belly. It's not like, hey, come punch me in the stomach. It's like, hey, do you know how to respect my boundaries? Like, if I swat at you or like turn over, like, are you going to try and touch my belly again? Or are you going to like respect my boundaries? I don't know if you guys resonate with Black Cat energy, but I feel like what it is here is that there's two ends of the spectrum. There's like this golden retriever energy that you have, this I want to be friends with everybody. I want to, I want everybody to like me. And then this other like end of the spectrum that's like, everyone can actually F off. I don't give a crap if anyone likes me. I'm like, again, like I'm good by myself. I'm fine by myself. I'm fine on my own. Like, balance these two halves. Let's see. Here, she is joined by a horned owl, showing that she is willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has. But she is also willing to trust that what she feels. Okay, but she is also willing to trust what she feels to be right within. With this card, you are being reminded of the goodness within. Yeah, I was going to say the goddess within. So like reminding yourself of like how special and powerful, and like reminding yourself how amazing you are. Remind yourself how amazing you are. What if I am like freaking amazing? What if I do get everything that I deserve, that I want, that, you know, what if I do get all, you know, all this support? Like, yeah, anyway, sorry. No matter what is happening, do you apologize a lot? Just wondering. No matter what is happening to or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. Okay, so sorry, this is reminding me. Whoa, I do not apologize this much. Guys, if you are doing that, you don't have to do that. You don't have to apologize consistently for everything. I'm not telling you not to apologize when you've done something wrong, but like, stop apologizing for existing, okay? I don't know who that was for, but it was definitely for someone. What I was going to say was, this was reminding me of a conversation that I had with my brother about him not going on social media for an extended period of time. I also had this conversation with my best friend where we were like, they both took a good chunk of time off from social media because they wanted to kind of clear their energetic field because of all the absolute crap and scary things that are going on right now, globally. And yeah, I'm not telling you to ignore the world and what's going on, but I am definitely telling you to filter out what you need to exist, to more than exist, what you need to more than survive, what you need to, like, you know, be able to like enjoy some parts of your life, you know? It doesn't all have to be doom and gloom. You know, there is still, I read something on social media not that long ago. It was like some quote, like, even throughout history when like bad things were happening, people still found joy. I would encourage you to find joy in your own life and also create joy within your own life and within your communities, because again, this was still part of a conversation with my brother and I where it's like Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. I would like really hammer that home, but also like be the change in your own world that you want to see globally. Yeah. Anyways. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you are surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace or elsewhere, you're being invited to be the light. You're an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? Oh my God, I'm so happy right now. How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who is guilty of causing a drama? You will know the answers. Know all that you are being encouraged to know. Also, that you all are being encouraged to shine the light you were born to share. I really, really cannot express how it feels to not look at something, say the own message that's coming through your head, and then get it confirmed to you. That was so cool. I hope that you guys enjoy enjoy this as much as I do. I know that I keep tangenting with this group. So I don't know. Some of you must like this type of chit chat. Anyway, I'm gonna go to autumn now. Release the old and rest. Release all of the pressure and expectation weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. Autumn is when the trees are preparing for the long, cold winter and must let go of all the weight they are carrying in order to continue to grow and prosper. Sometimes you too just have to surrender an aspect of yourself in order to continue to grow and prosper. Okay, so again, I feel like this is kind of reiterating part of what I was saying about letting go of old identities. Please, I'm pet sitting right now. You have to go sit down. Nope, and not over there. Hey, over here. My apologies. Yeah, so this autumn card feels like a very stereotypical Mercury retrograde advice card, which is telling you to leave the stuff behind that does not work. The environments, the thought patterns, the people. What else? I was gonna say something else. I'm sure it will come back. These dogs are distracting the hell out of me right now. You know what? Don't let heaviness go. Go sit down. Don't let heaviness distract you, and keep your boundaries with it. That's what I'm getting now from the dogs. Sometimes you just have to surrender to an aspect of yourself in order to continue to grow. Okay, yeah, so sometimes you just have to let go of that, like, oh, I'm a loner. Like, whatever these beliefs are that you have that are like, this is the belief that I have about myself and how I am in life. Not all of those have to be true. Like, you don't have to subscribe to all of those. And if there were some that were given to you that you're like, I really wish this wasn't true, maybe it's not. Okay. I told you, go. Get your bone. My goodness golly. Go get your bone. I'm so sorry. Let's see. The Raven on the Autumn card shows that there is an opportunity to heal at this time. In Celtic animal medicine, the raven is the bird of healing and initiation. The healing it brings is a shift that allows you to move into a more powerful psychic space where you can be more aware of your needs and desires and be better supported. You know what is heavy? What is holding you back? Is it a person, a situation, a dream? Like the trees letting go of their leaves and fruit in the autumn, it's time to let go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life. You are being guided by your angels and nature herself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward, and you can do this. When the autumn card arrives in the future position, which, if we're doing past, present, future, which we're not, but if we were, that's where it would be. Future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. So I feel like that's very much saying something like, so like if you're watching this in real time, right now it is winter. We're in March, the beginning of March. Once September, October comes around, it feels like whatever process you're going through right now and letting go of these old beliefs, these old thought patterns, these people that do not replenish you and fill your cup mutually and stuff like that. Whatever's not working in all these categories, that's going to be fully cleared out by the fall. And whatever this new phase of your life is, because I do feel like after healing from this pain, there's going to be some sort of like new phase of your life that you're walking into, you know? Yeah. So whatever this new phase of your life that you're walking into, it's coming soon, for one. For two, it feels like if you're watching this in real time, it will be here by fall. And I don't really like timing messages because tarot is so weird with timing, but that's just what I'm feeling. And that was the end of that. So the last thing that I would like to do is use one of my favorite decks, Keepers of the Light Oracle, and just see what comes out. My intention is one card. A lot of times that's not what ends up happening. So just a message for pile one girl gang regarding the shedding they're doing in Mercury retrograde. Okay. I just want to tell you that at the bottom of the deck, it says the Miriam Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light, hello, in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Let's see what's at the top. Just because I love hits. Yeah, so the Lord Ganesh card, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Ask for those. Ask for that. Ask for it. Okay? You deserve it. Believe that you deserve it, or at least question the belief that you don't. Where did that come from? Anyway, love to you. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So, that feels like, sharing your gifts. That's definitely surrendering to your own wonder and awe, your own, royalty within, essentially. Surrendering to passion. What are the things that light you up? What are the things that make you feel happy and excited and not in love, but what are the things that make you in love with your life? What are those things that make you feel that way, Let's see. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So I feel as soon as you do surrender to whatever these passions are that, whatever these things that ignite you are, waves of inspiration are coming. And then not only that, surrendering to this type of joy feels like it makes more space for love in your life. Let's also read Paul the Venetian. Okay. Paul the Venetian is said to be the ascended from Apollo Veronese, a famous artist of the Italian Renaissance. The Venetian refers to the fact that he was connected to Venice, Italy. It is believed that on his passing in 1588, he had the opportunity to help humanity by sharing his lifelong wisdom. So just want to pause here for a second. I think it was White Witch that was talking about listening to other people's wisdom. If you need advice about something and you're avoiding asking it, please don't. Allow yourself to receive advice as well, and guidance from others, and none of that makes you a burden or makes you dumb or incapable in any way. Hey, what'd I tell you? Hey, lay down. I wonder if you guys have animals. Go. What was I just saying? Okay, so maybe there's something that has been consistently gnawing at you, or maybe there's been somebody kind of in the background being like, hey, if you need help with this, I can help you. Hey, if you need help with this, I can help you. An example, this is me in the background of everyone's life. If you need a therapist, I can help you find one. Yeah, I basically have a passion about finding therapists for people. So if you need a therapist, you let me know. There's somebody at work with me. I'm like, if you need a grief counselor, my thing is kind of finding therapy and counseling and stuff for people. So if you want some help, I'd be happy to help you. It's there might be somebody kind of in your ear over and over again being like, hey, if you need this, I can do it for you, or not for you, but help you through it, and blah, blah, blah. And you may not be taking them up on it. Cause I'm there's no way that he's not like that little puppy over here. He's been listening to me this entire time. So I feel like that was more of a message. Anyways, he is the keeper of the light who helps us accept our talents and hone our skills so that we can share the beauty of our soul with the world. He brings waves of good energy, grace, and encouragement, and works with all artists, musicians, designers, and anyone else who needs support in channeling their talents. Okay, now I'm convinced you're creative. I tried not to say that because I feel like I do say that in a lot of my readings, you guys might be a creative, but surrender to passion felt oh, you got some creative energy. And now Paul the Venetian is reiterating, It says, whatever creative ideas you are having at this time, they are inspired by the divine. Paul the Venetian is here to help you channel your gifts. You may have felt blocked or held back in the past, but now is the time to recognize how talented you really are. Follow your bliss and share your grace. Your creativity, follow your bliss, by the way. Your creativity is a gift to the world, and as you share it with all those around you, you make space in your heart for goodness to enter. Oh my God, didn't I say something like that? I love tarot. Recognize your gifts today and express your creative self in a way that suits you. Guys, let go of the blocks, the mental and emotional blocks that are not allowing you from receiving all the love and joy that you absolutely 1000% deserve. Release the fear that like you're not good enough for the things that you want. That is not true. They are in your mind, heart, body, soul, whatever, because those are for you. You are good enough for those things. That's why they're there inside you. Like, do you think that shit is random? Like, truly. And if things are random and it is just like spinning a wheel of fate, basically, hello, Wheel of Fortune, both Wheel of Fortunes, if that is the reality of it, then like luck of the draw, why is that there? You know what I mean? Or like, if it's something shitty, then if everything is random, give it back. You don't need that, right? I don't know, man. I'm just chatting now. I think we're friends. Why am I talking like this? Okay. Thank you, Pile One. Please go follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, and thank you so much for allowing me to deliver this message to you. Give me a like, give me a follow, give me a subscribe, please, something, and good luck with everything. I hope you come back. Bye. Hello, Pile Two. Woo, girl. Ooh, child. I swear to God, Pile Two, I sing with you every single time. I don't know if there are certain people who just pick the same piles over and over again, but 1000%, because I checked last time, I was like, is Pile Two the pile I'm always singing with? Yes. I just want to sing, ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are gonna get better. And the pile that you picked, it has a sunflower and a brain. It's a mental health awareness sticker. The sun will rise and we will try again. And I did end up looking up that song. If you watch the preview, if you've watched any of my other readings, there's a song that keeps on coming up from Kelly Clarkson. It is literally called The Sun Will Rise. And what album is it on? Can't think of what the album is called, but I remember it's the one that she has Dark Side on. There's a place that I know. It's not pretty there and few have ever gone. Ooh, I'm getting chills. What's up? If I show it to you now, will it make you run away or will you stay even if it hurts? Yeah, so I'm gonna attach that song, because all of the lyrics are flooding into my head, and usually with readings that does not happen. Usually I'm getting the lyrics wrong. But I just felt like you're feeling very vulnerable right now. I feel like this is a little bit of a separate message coming through. I don't think this has specifically to do with Mercury retrograde, but I could be proven wrong when starting to read the cards, actually. But I just feel like a softness and a tenderness, like questioning whether or not you should be vulnerable with someone or in a situation, wondering whether or not there will be acceptance. I also feel like this definitely does have to do with some mental health stuff. I remember when I was initially doing the preview to this reading that I was like, oh, this feels like a therapy reading. Like, this feels very much like taking care of yourself and stuff like that through a dark time, or like maybe you're coming out of a dark time, but slowly. Yeah, okay. Anyway, whoo! Let's see what we got here. Knight of Cups, upright. Knave of Coins, reversed. Four of Swords, upright. What is this Mercury retrograde trying to show you? Well, part of it is to slow down. Part of it is definitely to slow down. I'm sure you can see what's happening right here. Maybe you are in need of some serious relaxation, or maybe you are maybe you really like flour, if you catch my drift. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say and not allowed to say here, so. But yeah, I'm feeling like a softness and a slowdown. Feels like a rush of feelings and then a pause, or not quite a pause, but like a break, you know, like slowing yourself down and then having to go into a pause and think about things. I'm gonna take out your surrender cards because I'm getting far less messages from these specifically at the moment. The energy from pile 1 coming off of that was interesting because it's very different. That was like fast moving mental energy, and right now I'm feeling blocked. It feels like there's a mental or emotional place that you would like to get back to, and you feel like you're blocked from it. I'm not sure if this is a Mercury retrograde message. Like, my intention is to be like, hey, what is Mercury retrograde trying to show you? Is Mercury retrograde trying to show you what the block is? Mercury retrograde is trying to show you that in order to see the block, you need to slow down. In order to understand how to remove the block or how to let the block go, you need to rest. Part of it might also have to do with rest specifically. Like, being kind enough to yourself and self-loving, whatever, enough to yourself to be like, oh, well, that's what I need right now, even if I want to do something else. Even if I'm like, oh, I have these goals and I want to rush towards them, maybe that's not the best move right now. That's not saying that you won't get those things, but definitely, this is interesting because I'm getting such a different energy than I was getting in the preview. In the preview, this felt like it had to do, and I'm not saying it doesn't, I'm just saying in the preview, I was getting heavy relationship energy. Like, having to let go of unhealthy relationship patterns, and listening to your intuition about someone. I still think that that's very, very valid, but I'm just picking up on something a little bit different right now, which is basically like, you need to slow down. You need to allow yourself like the joy of going slow. Okay, that immediately got PG-13 in my head. I don't know if you guys, yeah, I really feel like group 2 is always the group where like these like PG-13 jokes or rated R jokes come into my head, or where I'm like singing. So I don't know if that resonates with you, or if you have like you personally, or you have like a friend like that, or what. Maybe I'm your friend like that. I don't know. I'm gonna put the surrender cards out now. Nope, we're gonna put that there. Okay. We're gonna work backwards. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Maybe I'm wrong, by the way. Maybe this wasn't the energy, but this is part of the reason why I was like, let me do the preview one day and then let me do the reading another day and see what happens. So surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. This feels a little bit like there is a person or a situation that popped in, maybe like gave good feelings. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a professional or creative relationship of some sort. But all of these things can still apply, you know, like surrender to the wisdom of your body. If you're feeling physically drained or uncomfortable, like if you're feeling like, you know, like vampiric energy from after being around a person, place, or thing, listen to that. There might be someone or something that is affecting your mental health right now, or was like or is clear. You're in the process of clearing this out. Like it feels like someone or something has clouded you feel cloudy. I feel like someone laughed at that, and I totally get it. That sounds strange. I just sounded like a 4-year-old. Do you feel cloudy? But like, yeah, you maybe you feel clouded in your head, but this low key, oh no. Okay, yuck. This feels a little gaslighty. This feels a little bit like you've been gaslit, or you currently are being gaslit or something, because that clouded feeling I'm getting, like I recognize that. And I don't know, if you're in that type of a situation, it's definitely something that I don't feel like you are though. Maybe some of you are, but I don't feel like most of you are. I just feel like there's some cloudiness left over from this experience. Again, like does not have to be a romantic relationship. You can get gaslit at work. You can get gaslit anywhere. This also feels like, and I'm not sure if this was pile 2 or not, but I remember doing an aura reading and talking about dark humor. Like y'all feel like you got some dark humor, fun. You feel funny. Like you've been through some crap. You've been through some crap. You've been through some dark times. You yourself are not dark. But that doesn't mean that you don't know how to or don't need to go inward in order to kind of repair from these instances. And maybe you had an instance like this that you're needing to repair from during this Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrograde is showing you like what still isn't healed or what still hasn't been paid attention to, whatever the situation, whichever version of that you're like, yeah, okay, go with that. Go with that. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, you know, when there are people, places, things that energize you and make you feel excited and happy, and I don't mean in a manic, chaotic way, but I mean like in a measured, like activates the inner child kind of a way. If that is the case, dear God, stick with that. Stick with those people, places, things. Trust yourself. Even if you feel like you're a little blind right now, or like just like recovering your sight in a way, you still know where you're going, even if you can't see what the literal next step is. Don't know what that was, but okay, there you go. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. I'm not even reading off the card. I just want to say we cannot fix anyone. We can only fix ourselves. And there is nothing to literally fix about ourselves or anyone. There's just things to work with and clear out or magnify or whatever. But it is not your job to heal someone. Not only is it not your job to heal someone, but it's not your job. Oh, was I just talking about? I think I was just talking about, I can't remember. Everything blends together. But if it was this group and I was talking about, no, I wasn't talking about that. Sorry, I was talking about getting a therapist in the other group. That's why I was just saying that. Maybe you also felt drawn to the first group a little bit. If that message does not apply, ignore it. But if it does, maybe you go back and watch the first group as well if you haven't. Or maybe some of you are coming from the first group. But yeah, so it's time for a relationship shift, or some relationships to shift. It doesn't work to try and fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her or their own healing. Okay, I feel like that's complete. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and be surrounded by positive people, people who enjoy you, that you enjoy, people who aren't using you, people who are like, man, this person is so cool, they're so unique, I love the way that they emote and how, whatever, I don't know, are you funny? You seem funny. Like, I love how funny they are, and like, be around people who are real with you and be around people who are your cheerleaders, and those two things can be real at the same time. Those two things can be true at the same time. I definitely went through life with this misconception for a while that like the more brutally honest someone is with you, the more that they love you. And I don't think that that is the complete truth anymore. I think I've let go of a lot of that because I think it excuses poor behavior and people possibly being sort of like, I don't know, like raining on your parade, taking the wind out of your sails, like whatever that energy is, whatever you would call that, that's not helpful. And I'm not telling you to only be around people who are like, oh my God, yeah, quit your job tomorrow and go get yourself on Broadway, or quit your job tomorrow and start traveling the world even though you don't have even $100 in your savings account. Not telling you to listen to those people either, because while those people I do feel like overall are good, well-intentioned, that is not smart. So like the balance between that, the people who are like, yes, you're amazing, I believe you can achieve all the dreams that you can, but let's also like, where's the balance in this? So if I went to my friend and I said, hey, I'm going to quit my job tomorrow and move to New York because I want to get myself on Broadway, I would sincerely hope that my friend was like, yeah, you should try and get yourself on Broadway. I believe that you can get there, but maybe don't quit your job. Maybe find a way to kind of like do both at the same time. And then when the time is right, when you're ready, put both feet in that ship. Not all right now. Surround yourself with people who you are sure that love you. And even when you're not sure, they will reassure you. There is nothing wrong with reassurance. Okay, I feel like that's complete. So I pulled from these as well. Winter, take care of your needs. Yeah. Take care of your needs. Put yourself first. Like, you may feel, I'm not telling you to be selfish, but also I do think that that word gets kind of a bad rap. I feel like we need two different words to describe like the way, or two different versions of selfish, because there are two different versions of selfish. There's one where like you don't give a shit about anyone but yourself. That is not the type of selfish I'm telling you to be. But the self-care, selfish, putting yourself first, putting your needs first, and allowing yourself to be like, oh, my cup is fully filled, so now I can go give to other people the way that I want to, or give to projects the way that I want to, or whatever it is. Like, yeah, take care of yourself first. Air Guardian, shift your perspective. That card in general is like captivating to me. That feels watery. It also feels like, okay, it feels like a lot of water and air with these, and like a pinch of earth. Water and air and a pinch of earth. So I don't know if those are like your, like heavy in your chart, those elements. What did my voice just do there? But yeah. So Air Guardian, shift your perspective. Like, I feel like this isn't like, oh, shift your perspective and look down the positive, bright side of things. I don't even think it's that. I think it's like, take the rose tinted glasses off. I think it's see things and people for what they are and who they are. Also, like, shift your perspective about yourself as well. Like, if you are very down on yourself and only see the negative, that's not you being like, oh, I'm just a realist, or oh, I'm just being like honest with myself. No, because there are good things about everyone. There are good things about freaking terrible, evil people. I won't mention any of them because they don't deserve to be mentioned, but like, look at these artists or musical musicians who, you know, very talented, have put out great things, but they're awful people. They're awful people, but they still have something wonderful about them. I'm not telling you you're an awful person. What I am telling you is that I think you're focusing far too much on the negative about yourself, and the positive about other people. So, winter. Let's find winter in the book so that I can read this to you and see what else it has to say other than just the intuitive messages that I was getting off of these cards. Winter, take care of your needs. Do everything you need to be at your best. Then move beyond your fears and limitations. For many of the animal realm, winter is a time of hibernation and retreat. You may wish to curl up in a ball too. But although you may not feel as bright as you'd like to be, a primal force within you is encouraging you to continue. The winter card features a wolf, one of few animals that stay active all year round. Wolves know what it's like to work alone or thrive within a pack. So, if you feel you need to go at it alone this time, know that wolf medicine will help you move beyond your insecurities and relax in your own space. You have an opportunity to move beyond your fears. Although you may feel in the dark, oh my goodness. Although you may feel in the dark, get comfortable with being in the unknown and trust the light within you will sustain you through what may seem like a challenging process. I'm sorry, as soon as I said that, I was like, oh, the cloudedness that I was feeling makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense. Also makes a lot of sense why there's like, why the elements are here that there are, and there's only like a pinch of earth, because it feels like you're not super grounded right now. And this is telling you to get grounded. And it's telling you also, one of the ways to get grounded, like this reading, not specifically this card, but a little bit pinchy like of this card too, is you need to rest. Winter is a time of rest for most of the animal kingdom. You don't have to be the wolf. I feel like you usually are the wolf. If you usually are the wolf, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Do you like ASMR? Also, the other thing that just popped in there was there was a very silly, stupid video from many, many years ago that is definitely not super politically correct, I would say now. But I think it's called My Sassy Gay Best Friend. And I'm just thinking of the skits that they used to do. One of the skits was Romeo and Juliet. And like, if Juliet had a sassy gay best friend, like what would have happened to her instead? And I just remember him going, slow down, crazy, slow down. So like I'm saying that with jest because I don't think you're crazy. Maybe you think you feel a little crazy sometimes. Maybe you think you're crazy sometimes. I don't think that's it. I think this is so mental health based, and also like, I'm just going to generalize and basically say like the trauma that you have probably almost definitely undergone. Gaslighting you've almost definitely undergone. Like, it's a result of that. Treat yourself with compassion. Allow yourself to rest, okay? I'm going to finish reading this. Where is it? Challenging process. Ask yourself what you need to do to feel supported and alive. You may uncover something from your past that you have buried deep. Know that when you unearth it and shed light on it, ooh, I'm being very drawn into that one. Know that when you unearth it and shed light on it, you create space for miracles. You may feel like a lone wolf right now, but it's time for you to be the alpha. I am interpreting that as it's time for you to be the leader of your own life. Please do not take that alpha word as like the red pill BS. That's not what I mean. That's not what spirit means. You may feel like a lone wolf right now, but lead the life that you want to live, and start doing that by when you feel ready to after like resting and allowing yourself to recoup and get steady on your 2 feet. Then that's when you start removing the stuff and the people that don't work. This said something like unearth. Yeah, that feels painful. I feel like it's, I don't feel like now is the time to try and rip out weeds from your garden. If you want to start preparing for that, that's great. But this isn't a rip the Band-Aid off situation. This is tender. Treat yourself with tenderness. Allow yourself to be treated with tenderness. Allow yourself to express your softer emotions. There's nothing weak about that. Okay. You may feel like a lone wolf. Yep. Okay. When the winter card arrives in the future, no, it didn't. So doesn't matter. Bleep, bloop, blop. Or the last card. No. No, this doesn't apply. All right. We're going to look up Air Guardian now. Yeah, that was so strange. The shift in energy from like when I just started the reading with you guys to like right now. I feel very emotionally soft and tender right now. I feel very vulnerable a little bit, like protective of myself, yes, but also like I like, ooh, I'm getting deja vu saying this, but like I just want to be held. I'm feeling very much the energy of like somebody who like needs to let a cry out, and maybe also needs someone to like hold them while they do that. You need to nurture yourself, and you deserve more nurturing energy. Air Guardian. Change the way you think and you will change your whole reality. I love that. Oof, I'm gonna take this and put it right here. The Air Guardian card represents the angels of the air element. Traditionally, air is about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in the mind. So these angels can help you overcome any thoughts that you have that have come back to haunt you from the past, and to see the world more clearly. Okay, whoa. I definitely am feeling a heavy mental health energy here. And I just like put the sticker like with that. Like I said, like while this is air, I was still feeling watery energy. At whatever these things are, whatever these memories are that are either coming back up or ones that you are scared to pick at, maybe you're scared to go to therapy, and that's also why the therapy thing came up in my head, because, or maybe you came from the first file, I don't know. But whatever it is that you're scared to uncover, you will have support. You won't be alone in that. And I think you've felt alone in that before, and you may have been alone in that. That's not the reality of your future. So once you start fully embracing and accepting that, that's when I feel like this rest period will be coming to a close. And I don't know, I just feel like that's when a lot of emotional relief will settle in. I don't remember if I said it for this group or not, but again, I'm getting deja vu. You don't need a speed run healing. If I didn't say that to you, or if I didn't say that in the preview, I just said that to somebody or somewhere. You don't need to speed run a healing process. It's okay to take like a rest and slow down. This whole thing you don't have to be perfect. This journey is not perfect, and it was not meant to be. Give yourself grace and softness. Give yourself the grace and softness that you wish that you got from others, that you so rightly deserve and deserved. Okay. These thoughts are guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations, as this could be standing between you and greatness. When this card arises, it's an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You're being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it. I'm going to read that again. You're being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it. Sometimes the mind can play games, and sometimes our perceptions can be wrong. If you're being challenged or feel that there is a lack of clarity and direction in your life at the moment, there's a good chance that the way that you're thinking or what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You're being guided to open your eyes and your mind and go beyond any limitations you have set for yourself and recognize that the way you see the world is how you will experience the world. Opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will only open up for you if you are ready to do the internal work to support them. Take all the time you need. Everything will be available to you, but you actually need to take the time and do the unearthing and healing. It is a scary process. It is not something to jump headfirst into, and it is not something you can or should speed run. I sometimes have felt strange when I've watched tarot readings, and tarot readers have said this, but I feel that I understand right now in this moment why. I just want to tell you I love you. I love you, Pile 2. You deserve all the love and peace and emotional and mental stability that there is. Like, you deserve all of that. And I was going to move on to the Keepers of the Light tarot deck, but I just looked over to the Tattoo Tarot, which is what I used under here, and the Sun card is at the bottom of the deck upright, which really, really is like I want to yell expletives in a fun way because that is so beautiful. And then underneath it, I see the Six of Swords, which is like movement in that direction. Wheel of Fortune is at the split deck. I feel so confident. Like this, the sun will rise again, and then the sun's at the bottom of the deck. My God, this is why I get so like flipped about having to do some shuffling on camera, because lately this synchronistic stuff has been happening, and my entire heart and like sacral and solar plexus are just on fire right now, in the best way. I am so confident that things will turn around, but that does mean that you have to face a lot of the dark shit that I think that you haven't been wanting to face, but like it's still been keeping you in this darkness. It's still been keeping you in this winter. And I know you don't want to be in the winter anymore, but sometimes the winter, like sometimes when that is like, I don't even want to say something that you're used to, but when that has been like a constant, it gets comfortable to a certain extent because it's familiar. Don't allow yourself to fully numb yourself out. There are good things coming. You're going to want to feel those. And I'll stop. I feel like I'm getting up on a pedestal right now a little bit, but it's just because I'm feeling your energy so deeply, and I want you to know that things will be okay. I can tell that you've gone through a lot of stuff, a lot of heavy stuff, and that doesn't mean that you don't deserve joy and love. So let's get a message from my favorite deck, Keepers of the Light, Oracle cards. What is pile two's message? What is an important message for pile two during this Mercury retrograde, during this time period of their life? Okay, there's 2 cards that fell out. Okay, I feel that's just, okay. Moria. I really want to say Moira. I'm so sorry. It's like Moira Rose right now. Maybe you guys like Schitt's Creek. Why wouldn't you? Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. That to me just feels like you have a cloak of protection. She has a cloak. You have a cloak of protection and love around you. You have support. You're getting more. Believe that you deserve this. Start telling yourself, like, what if I do deserve all of this and more? And I'm being really called to that Lord Shiva card and the snake because of shedding, because we just like left the period, the year of the snake. B, Mercury retrograde is a lot about shedding like old things, old beliefs, like coming into a new self. This also feels very much transcendence, like coming into a new self. It says, rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. So like, yeah, you may not be able to see everything right now, but that's okay. That is scary. I really I genuinely do believe that is scary. Not being able to see everything, but a part of you knows, a part of you sees. You are connected. Like, even if you don't feel that, you are. You're being guided. Allow yourself to be guided. Listen to your body. Like, part of surrendering to the wisdom of your body, part of this card, it feels like it's like, listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, listen to the little niggle, listen to the feelings, like what is making your heart happy, what is making your heart sad, like what is lighting you up in a good way, not in a chaotic way. What is making you feel the way that like, the thing that I wanted to say was, what is making you feel the way that you've always wanted to feel? And I am steering away from saying that it is a person, because it's not. It's easy to do that, and I've absolutely done that before, where you kind of put your whole like meaning into like, oh, well, this is like, this person is treating me how I've always wanted to be treated. So like, now I'm worthy of that. And this means I can have all the things that I want. You're worthy of that and you deserve that regardless of other people. And you deserve to give that to yourself. Please do not forget that, because I feel like it's the 3rd time that I've said something like that. Maybe I just repeat myself. All right. So, awakening presence. The universe is within you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Moria is a spiritual name that was given to protect the identity of Ranbir Singh, a spiritually aware man born into a powerful family that ruled Kashmir in the 19th century. It is said that he interceded both spiritually and physically to stop the British invasion of the region in 1845. The wise soul is now able to help us remove any energy from our life that is not serving our connection to God, the universe, spirit, etc. He is a wonderful guide to call on if we are unsure if something or someone is real or not. He helps us awaken our I am presence, which is our truest connection to our soul and to the universe itself. Spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection, meaning, wear crystals. Somebody has a dirty sense of humor. That's okay. Me too. He is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. I do feel like that's part of what you've already been doing. I will say that. I'm sure everybody's on like a different timeline, I guess, of where you are in this. But I do feel like you've already, most of you at least, have already started doing that. Remember that within you, there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then call on El Moria and his angels to surround you in a light that will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing your fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universal life force. I will now repeat again. If you had any connection to the first pile, please go and watch that. Only if you felt a connection to the first pile. Yeah. Trust yourself and trust that you can face your fears and that you have and will have more support while you continue to do that. Lord Shiva. Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Shiva is one of India's trinity of male god figures. He is depicted wearing a cobra around his neck, representing his capacity to tame fear or the ego. Wow, that is cool as fuck. Surrounded by stars, showing his connection to the cosmos, and holding a trident, acknowledging the three aspects of divine masculine power in India: creator, preserver, and destroyer. He is known as the Destroyer because of his warrior-like energy and ability to destroy fear. He is a facet of the Divine Father energy and offers a paternal protection, support, and guidance. He is also acknowledged as the Cosmic Dancer because he helps coordinate the interaction between Earth and the cosmos. He has the capacity to help us move beyond fear of failure and into clarity and connection. Lord Shiva is with you right now to awaken your sense of connection to life itself. You are moving through a deep transition and things will be clearer from this point. Okay, things will be clearer soon. I don't want to say literally from this point, maybe for some of you. You will know exactly what you need to do soon and where you need to be. This is a powerful time as you will transcend the limitations that others have set for you and that you have set for yourself. It is a time of innovation, ideas, stargazing, soul traveling, and soul revealing. Shiva, the Lord of Dance, is here with his sacred sound of Om to lead the way. This may go without saying since you're like in a literal tarot reading right now, like watching one, but you are very spiritual and you are very connected, and it feels like you are very empathic and very connected to what's going on in this world right now and very connected to anything going on in other people's worlds around you that you have a connection to, and you need to clear and cleanse your energy. If you do not have a clearing and cleansing ritual that you do, and it doesn't have to be fancy, literally could be washing your face, going into the shower, and just like picturing all the yuck from the day, from the week, from the month, from the year falling off. Any residue that you feel like is on or around you energetically, in your mind, whatever, emotionally, find a way to let that go. Find a way to wipe that off, essentially, of yourself. Like, this doesn't have to be something fancy. Just has to be something that makes sense to you. And I would say that goes the same for meditation. I do feel like some meditative practices are being recommended to you a bit right now, but I also feel like, what are those meditative practices that resonate with you? I'm not telling you to sit and do Om, and I'm not telling you to do that if that doesn't resonate. What was the other thing I was gonna say? I don't know, but I'm just sending so much love to you, Pile 2. If this resonated with you, if this made sense, please like, please leave a comment, please subscribe, please follow me on Instagram, something. And good luck with everything. Okay. Thank you for letting me give you a reading. The sun will rise. Okay, Pile 3. Hello, hello. Very curious to sink into your energy and see what your energy was, because Pile 1 and 2 were definitely very connected, but they were also very different energies, at least beginning. So, Pile 3s. As I said in your preview, I didn't do this very traditionally. I used Moonology cards. Usually I just use these as oracles. I don't really generally give like full-on readings with them, but I like to like try out new stuff. And apparently that's what we're doing today with this. So Mercury retrograde, what is it trying to show you? Mercury retrograde is trying to show you, and I like very clearly remember the energy of your pile in the preview. Mercury retrograde is trying to show you that whatever is blocking, or whatever has been blocking the goal that you have been wanting to achieve, whatever has been blocking the feeling that like, oh, I'm here and this is complete. I'm here and I have achieved my dreams, or I'm here in the middle of them. Whatever has been blocking that feeling, Mercury retrograde is clearing. It feels like there may have been a lot of uncertainty about whether or not this goal was going to be achieved. And I don't know, this is showing me definitely yes. I'm sorry for the pauses. The puppies were really distracting me. Okay. Prosperity lies ahead. The energy is gaining momentum. Believe in the impossible. Believe in, I remember saying, believe in the absurdity of your dreams. I don't think that is the quote. I think it's something else. It's not absurdity. It's believe in the blank of your dreams, meaning like believe that your dreams can come true. But for some reason I'm getting absurdity. And what the heck? Okay, first of all, what are you not saying? Are you not saying something or not asking for something? Because my throat chakra just felt like so blocked. Like I felt like, or maybe there's some anxiety or a little bit of, you know, both of those things going on at the same time, anxiety and throat chakra blockages. Because once I said that, it just cleared, but it literally felt like I was like there was like a ball in my throat, which I have gotten that feeling before, but usually it's like during intense times of anxiety. So maybe you've been experiencing like a lot of anxiety. Maybe it's been around whether or not this was something that was going to evolve or come to fruition. It is. And it's around the corner. What have you been working towards? Something very important, it feels like. Okay, so I am going to take these out, but I do want to read, if I have it. Let's see. The Moonology. Do I have the Moonology? If I don't have the Moonology, it's fine. Like, I don't always read those, and I'm not going to waste time finding it because I don't know where it is right now. But yeah, so prosperity lies ahead. The energy is getting momentum. Believe in the impossible. That feels very straightforward. I just wanted to see if I could get the book because I'm like, what else could I give you with such a straightforward message? At the bottom of the deck, your hard work is paying off, Capricorn. A time for healing at the top, and you're very close to achieving your goal at the middle. Okay, so maybe there was a pause. That time to give rather than take. Maybe there was a pause recently that you have been coming out of, and you're like, okay, like I gave myself the rest, like I gave myself the time. I did all this hard work. I've figured out like what I need to do. Now, how do I actually get to the thing? The seeds are already planted. Your hard work is paying off. I'm not telling you to stop doing things, but you've been doing enough. Surrender your ego, surrender your addiction, surrender your ego, cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. I'm kind of getting with that it's not just about surrendering your ego as far as like, like feeling like you're too big for your britches, because your ego, it's not always like someone being egotistical. Your ego tries to protect you. So I also feel like it's like letting go of anything that you know that works against you, but that you're holding on to because it feels like a protective blanket. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have protections. You shouldn't have like coping, comforting mechanisms. But if you're like, if there's fear surrounding like letting go of these things, that should be examined at the least. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. I do remember saying to you guys, and now like seeing this Capricorn at the bottom of the deck, I remember saying to you in the preview that definitely getting a heavy overworking vibe here, workaholic vibe, heavy workaholic vibe. Not saying that that's your only vice, but okay, so just kind of being drawn into this mask a little bit. I'm getting two things with it. One, that kind of looks like a spider in the middle, and spiders always usually remind me of creativity, also remind me of kind of like weaving your own web, making your own story, like building your own success. But the spider, for example, or not for example, but like why I was pointing out the spider, was because this may be something a little bit more on the creative end of things, and that also may be why there needed to be like a slowdown or surrendering of ego, or why there needs to be a surrendering of ego. There's not only one way things can happen. For one thing, I'm being led to say. For another thing, you've woven the web. You and spirit have created something together, whether it's like a manifestation or like a business or a relationship. I don't know, but you and spirit have created and woven something together that it's around the corner, and I don't think that you believe it. Or like maybe you do, but you're like, oh, like I kind of, I'll believe it when I see it energy. And I don't mean like, oh, well, I'll believe it when I see it. Like as if like, I don't believe it at all. But more so like, yeah, I know it's coming, but you know, I don't think it's going to be soon. And so like, I'll believe it when I see it. Wow. Whatever is going on with y'all, you have something that you should say or want to say and have not been saying. Your throat chakra is blocked. or you're working through throat chakra blockages. I'm also like, I just keep on thinking of butterflies. Obviously, I like butterflies, they're right here, but like this mask also looks a lot like a butterfly. I don't know if that is meaningful in some way, shape, or form to you, but something is also just like transforming. Like, look at the sticker. It looks like a little, like, I think my friend made this for me. It looks like a little potion with like a little skull, like animal skull inside of it. I don't know. Anyway. So 4 of these came out for you. Not a clue why. That did not happen with the other groups. I think at most I got 2. But we're going to read from the book. However, let's see. Yeah, so I'm just seeing a lot of the same repetitive stuff that I have already been saying, which is basically like you planted your seeds, you're going to see them grow soon. Hold space feels like hold space, like hold tightly to what you know is true. Hold tightly to what you know you deserve, to what you know is coming for you, to what you know, like whatever this goal is, whatever the thing that you're waiting to come to fruition is, or things. Don't stop believing that that's yours. Guardian angel, you are not alone, feels very much like, you and spirit are working on this together. Like, this is not you by yourself. Like, you may be a self-made person or like, an entrepreneur or something like that. But this isn't just, you're not at this alone. You're not doing this by yourself. Allow yourself to be helped and loved by spirit. Allow yourself to be helped and loved by other people. Heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. If you're willing to give something, you should also be like ready to receive things. There is a balance of that. So let's see what spring means. I think I know exactly where that is. All right, spring. Also, looking at the bunny, immediately feeling like abundance. Looking at the feather, immediately feeling like you are on the right path, like you are being guided. I'm also looking at the moon cards, the moonology cards now, and this feels like almost no moon, but like a little bit peeking out. And this feels like, a little waxing crescent moon over here. And then this is a full, or it's a blue moon, but it's a full blue moon. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you're trying to get, even if it only happens once in a blue moon, what does that matter if that's part of your path? Like, maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. What if it is? Okay, spring. Embrace the change that is on the horizon. Allow your dreams to become reality. Spring is an exciting time because it has so much potential. Animals are coming out of hibernation, flowers are pushing up through the soil, and the days are getting lighter and brighter. The spring card features a wild hare because in Celtic animal medicine, the hare brings intuition and rebirth. Hares are highly fertile beings, and so their medicine can bring dreams to life. You are ready to bring to life all of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. When this card appears, you are moving into a space that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way you've never done before. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth, and if you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and soul. I'm going to read that again. If you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and soul. When the spring card arrives in the future of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming spring will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. And if you are watching this in real time, we are literally moving into spring. What's today, March 4th or something? next month is like officially spring if you live in this hemisphere. But like next month is spring. This is quick. Regardless of whether you're listening to this in real time or not, whatever this goal is, whatever this manifestation is, this is quick. Ooh. What is, I'm so sorry because I always put pile 2 through me constantly singing. But this song, I think it's a Destiny's Child song or a Beyonce song or something. I don't think you're ready for this, man. I don't think you're ready for this. Cause my body too bootylicious for you, babe. But I just keep getting that. I don't think you're ready for this. I don't think you're ready for this. Yeah. I don't think you're ready for this. Are you ready? Now I'm getting, are you ready for this? The song during sports games. Okay, let me stop. Love and let yourself be loved. Was that? Yeah. I'm getting just like lots of winged things. Mostly butterflies and like hawks. I don't know if those are significant to you in some way, but I just looking at this, and then I also hear birds going ah in the background, and it just congealed together in my head. The heart guardian is an angelic energy that can help you call for protection and guidance with all issues surrounding the heart. This is essentially the angel who helps you with all relationships, whether they be with yourself, family, or even a romantic connection. She can enable you to move beyond any limiting fears and trust. She can enable you to move beyond any limiting fears about trust, discern whom to trust, and understand how you can move forward in balanced relationships with that person or people. In this card, she is adorned with a sacred heart and draped in a red cloak to show her capacity to let love lead the way. You are love. You are lovable. You are loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Angels are swirling around you, encouraging you to open your heart and reveal the blessings that you have to offer. They want you to know that you are highly loving, that you are a highly loving and lovable being who deserves to give and receive love. If you are finding it challenging to feel love at this time, it's important for you to give yourself credit where credit is due. You are also encouraged to welcome support from others. Learn to receive. Don't try and do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or are in a new relationship, this card can usher in energies that allow you to forge a powerful connection with your partner. Love is in the air. Okay, if you had any draw to pile 2, any at all, maybe you should watch that. I'm not telling you to watch it. If you had no draw to it, please do not bother. That's a waste of your time. But if you had a draw to it, please watch pile 2. Or maybe some of you are coming from pile 2. I don't know. You are encouraged to welcome support from others. Learn to receive. Don't try to do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or in a new relationship, this card can usher in energies that allow you to forge a powerful connection with your partner. Love is in the air. I feel like I already read that, but that is okay because I feel like I needed to read it again. Let's go to Guardian Angel. You are not alone. Watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Remember, they are working hard to guide you. The Guardian Angel card shows the white feather that has become known as the Guardian Angel's business card. Whenever a white feather appears in your life or this card appears in a reading, it's a message to say your guardian angel and ancestors guides are particularly close at this time and are there to support you with their love. If you have been finding feathers like crazy, me too. If you have been seeing feathers like crazy, me too. Okay? Me too. Whew. If you have asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is divine intervention in the works. Everyone has a guardian angel who has been there with them in all of their lives, past, present, whatever, and will be there in all lifetimes to come. So know that you are never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there is always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, first ask for it, then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. Oh, I don't feel like I need to say much else, but I will tell you, I will share with you that a lot of the times when I do these readings, I will be like you guys, because I like to test it out and I send it to my friends and whatever. And I'll be like you guys, and I'll just be like, oh, okay, here's piles 1, 2, and 3. And I'm not looking at the cards that I've picked, or maybe I haven't even picked the cards yet, but I'm like, let me look at these pictures or trinkets, stickers, whatever. Which would I pick if I saw this thumbnail? And I pick, and then I shuffle the cards and I put the piles together and stuff, and I don't read for them yet. And then I put the stickers or the trinkets or whatever it is on top of them. And then I say, would I still pick that pile? And if it's a yes, I'm like, okay, well, that's my reading. And let me tell you something. I was like, I'm pretty positive I'd pick this sticker. If y'all find feathers or feather collectors are just inundated with feathers, I just want you to know, same. I almost feel like you're inundated with signs in a very similar way that I am. Not just because I also picked this file. Anyway. Druid. Hold the space. Hold things together. Don't make any sudden moves or changes. Stand strong, knowing you are where you are supposed to be. The Druids were the ancient ones of the British Isles. They had a deep connection with the earth, the sun, and the moon. They were scholars who created the Ogham tree language, and they were known for their creative skills in storytelling, poetry, and craftsmanship. When the Druid card appears in a reading, you're being guided to dig deep within and hold your station. If you're wondering about what to do next or have a sense of anxiety about what is unfolding in your life, it's time to shift your perception and move into a state of trust. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust the process and let everything happen as it's needed to before taking any more steps. I'm just laughing because it's such a funny experience to not know that you're reading for yourself until you know you're reading for yourself. And I just want to say, whoever picked this file, right there with you, sister, right there with you, dude, whatever, whoever you are, right there with you. It's anxiety inducing in a lot of ways to stay still when you have been consistently moving. And it does feel like if there are workaholics in this group, like I was feeling before, you have been constantly moving. It's okay that the energy is gaining momentum without you speed running this. It's okay that the energy is gaining momentum without you being in, without you pressing the gas. You and Spirit are in the driver's seat together. Spirit is the one with their foot on the gas at the moment. So allow that to happen. Trust in yourself, trust in your path, trust in Spirit, trust in God, trust in angels, trust. And now I have to find my spot again. Don't change your plans or do anything drastic. Just trust in the process and let everything happen as it's needed to before taking any more steps. Think of a tree. It has strong roots. Yet continues to grow and bear fruit. Your life will be a reflection of this. You don't need to see. I know there have been either other tarot readers or other people who have talked about this in different ways. And I'm thinking of two metaphors, analogies, whatever. One is when you bake a cake and you put all the ingredients in and then you put it in an oven and like whatever in the pan and you're like, okay, my cake is baking. Do you consistently open up that door and pull out the cake to see like, has it baked yet? Or do you trust that the timer will go off and that's when the cake is ready? And honestly, it doesn't matter what your answer to this question is because either way it's telling. Like, trust that the oven is going to cook the cake. Trust that spirit is going to, like, trust that the spiritual oven is going to pop out the cake, the cupcakes, the whatever at the right time and go ding. You know, my feet right now are prickly and numb, and I think that my phone is shaking because I was just kicking my feet. So I'm gonna get up and walk in place. Let's see, what else? Oh, I know what I was gonna do next. What I was gonna do next is use my favorite tarot deck, favorite oracle deck. I will be standing because my feet are literally numb. All right, I'm gonna use my favorite Keepers of the Light oracle deck and ask, what is a message overall for group 3 during this Mercury retrograde? What is an important message overall for group 3 during this Mercury retrograde? The divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Girlfriend. I'm like, I love. I just feel like regardless of what reading I am doing, I just need to make sure that I shuffle one thing on camera because this is the only card that you needed. I'm pretty sure in both of the other, oh no, that was just in group 2, that more than one came out. But like, look at how many, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Like, look at how many of those came out for you. You got 2 surrender cards, and like, we just didn't do this traditionally, but still, even though we didn't use traditional Rider-Waite or like a version of Rider-Waite, like a version of the Rider-Waite deck, like my Tattoo Tarot or like whatever, you still got a message that came full circle and said, trust the path, trust what's going on, trust that you're in the right place at the right time. You do not have to like run towards something. You can stand still and be like, okay, like this is my time to, you know what this is your time to do. I'm not even gonna harp on that too much, as I have a tendency to do that. But like, I just love this. You're in the right place. You're on the right path. You're being directed where you need to go. The divine director is a facet of the director is a facet of the heart of the creator. According to New Thought teaching, his energy is merged directly with God's divine plan so that we can access it and understand on a deeper level what will support our true function, which is to be happy. Your purpose is to be happy. So like, workaholics. And, you know, those of you who have other addictions plaguing you, because there are many. An addiction doesn't have to mean, you know, stereotypical version of that, but it can. Your purpose is to be happy. And that doesn't mean numbing yourself out from reality or like giving up control entirely or only doing the things that are practical, Capricorn, Earth signs, etc. But like, because I do find it funny and interesting that the only sign here is Taurus, and then at the bottom of the deck it's Capricorn. And at the top of the deck it's a moon again. So pretty sure that the only signs that I have seen have been, and I'm like, obviously, all right, this is the moon deck, but still, it's the moon in other stuff too, like other signs. Anyway, let me chill. The divine director works directly with angels, and in particular, guardian angels. Oh my freaking God, love, so that they can fulfill their role of supporting the earth and all of her people. Right now, your angels are reminding you that your divine purpose on earth is to, where are you? To remember love and do what makes you happy. Oh my God. I love tarot. I love giving readings. Truly, I really do. I love this so much. Right now, your angels are reminding you that your divine purpose on earth is to remember love and do what makes you happy. Divine intervention is taking place at this time. What is occurring in your life is providing a real learning curve for your soul. You are becoming aware of a sense of purpose in your life. It gives you a sense of joy. It's something that brings you pleasure rather than something you have to work for. You don't... Okay. Let me just read it. Know that your career can complement your purpose, but not define it. But the path you are on at this time is right, and the universe is encouraging you to move forwards. Trust that the thing that geez, what do I need to say? The cards have already said everything. That's amazing. I'm just for shits and giggles, I would like to pull one more card for you. Okay. Can we get one more Keeper of the Light Oracle card? A message, an important message during this Mercury retrograde for pile 3. I want to tell you that care and compassion was at the bottom of the deck when when I pulled that card. I don't think that I checked the top of the deck. What is a important message for pile 3 to hear? Can we just get one more important message for pile 3 to hear in regards to this Mercury retrograde, what it's showing them, etc.? Okay. Faith at the bottom of the deck. Interesting that it knocked over prosperity lies ahead. Awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Honestly, the way that this is reiterating messages from other decks, it makes me so happy to be like, oh, okay, well, this is, like, I really hope this is resonating because it's resonating with me. Okay. Moria. Moria. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. El Moria is a spiritual name that was given to protect the identity of Ranbir Singh, a spiritually aware man born into a powerful family that ruled Kashmir in the 19th century. It is said that he interceded both spiritually and physically to stop the British invasion of the region of 1845. The wise soul is now able to help us remove any energy from our life that is not serving our connection to the universe, God, spirit, etc. He is a wonderful guide to call on if we are unsure if something is real or not. Okay, so like I feel right now like it's like call on, if you feel drawn to this guide, like call on this guide, but also like call on your ancestors and your loved ones and stuff. Help me believe in the impossible, because that's kind of like what that's feeling like to me. Help me believe in the impossible. Help me believe that like the dreams that I feel like, oh my God, like maybe they won't be able to come true, or like I feel almost like it may not even be a specific like manifestation of like, this is the dream life I want, and more like, these are the feelings that I want to feel in my life. I feel like that might have been more of where you manifested from and where you were trying to create from. And that's also why it's like, this whole reading is very like not my usual. It's a little untraditional. You might be like a little untraditional. You don't follow the A to Z path. Believe in the absurdity of your dreams, whatever the hell that means. Okay. He helps us awaken our I am presence, which is our truest connection to our soul and the universe itself. Spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on crystals, protection, whatever. He is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. I'm also kind of getting like, whatever shouldn't be here whatever shouldn't be present during this like this future point, whatever that means, you know, like whatever shouldn't be present during the culmination of whatever this thing is that's around the corner for you, get rid of it. Get rid of it. What doesn't serve you? Get rid of it. What's not in your dream life? Get rid of it. Marie Kondo your life, baby girl. Remember that within you, there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then call on El Moria and his angels to surround you in a light that will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universal life force itself. Okay, have faith in your dreams, my guy, because oh my goodness, wow. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. This is definitely the completion of the message. I just feel like I just kept repeating myself over and over again, but I really, really hope that something resonated with you. And thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you can like and subscribe and, I don't know, comment and go follow me on Instagram, that'd be amazing. I wish you guys all the love and health and wealth in the world, and go enjoy your days, nights, evenings, whatever. Bye.